matters is a sun in Libra, an Aquarius moon, a Mercury in Scorpio, a Mars in Libra, an ascendant in Sagittarius, and a Venus in Virgo. So, oh shit, I have his Venus sign wrong. I put Capricorn Venus, but that's okay. That's okay. So when it comes to a sun in Libra man, they could be very charming, very fair-minded, and they could be an aesthetic lover. A downside to Libra men is they could be indecisive, people-pleasing, and very image-focused. When it comes to Aquarius moon men, they could be emotionally intelligent but logical, very detached. They could be humanitarian, and they could be unique thinkers. They could also be, people who kind of intellectualize feelings instead of, actually feeling them. They could also need their space as well. When it comes to a Mars in Libra, they could be diplomatic fighters, they could be romantic, and they could be, smooth operators, They like to avoid conflict, and they could also be passive aggressive too at the same time. They could be kind of low directly aggressive, a little aggressive, below key. And when it comes to an ascendant in Sagittarius, man, they could be fun and humorous and adventurous, open-minded, optimistic. They could also be blunt and relentless, and they could have commitment hesitation. When it comes to a Venus in Virgo, a Venus in Virgo man is very service-oriented. They could also be very critical of their partners. That explains a lot, but they're very loyal. Very loyal and very committed. Once you're in, you're in. Once they care about you, they care about you. And that could be one reason as to why, he kept going back to his wife, because, she was familiar. And also, the highs and lows could have also been kind of addicting to him with he has a lot of air in his chart. So it might be hard for him to stay grounded at times. So my questions here would be, first, so I watched one deep dive on him, and I didn't finish it because I didn't want to. But one thing that was prevalent was, the relationship with his mother. And she sued him at one point in his career for defamation of character, because he said that she's the reason why he, gained a drug problem. So we really don't know. I mean, it's his word against hers. I think the case got dismissed, or she won. Either one. I don't know. But we're gonna see the truth, okay? Because I want to know. I'm curious. Who's telling the truth in the past? Listen to your heart. What do you want? Words do hurt. I think so, yes. Also, I want to say something. And also this coincides with this "you matter" card right here. You matter. Let me tell you something. I think it's an older generational thing when it comes to parents. Was she there for him materialistically? Yes, but not emotionally. And that's equally as important. Parents think, oh, you have a roof over your head, I got you clothes, I provided for you. And they think that that's where the love and the providing has to stop when it comes to a child. It's not. And children can feel when you're emotionally absent, and they carry that shit with them. And I think that, she wasn't lying. I think she did the best she could when it comes to making sure making sure he had everything he needed. And I think he was the only child for a long time. He does have a brother, but from another mister. But yeah, it's his half brother, and he does have a half sister, but his half sister is his dad's child. So he was pretty much kind of the only child, basically, damn near. And I think that's where, the disconnect kind of happens between him and his mother. And that was her argument too in court, and even in her book about him. She was like, oh, he had everything he needed, he was spoiled. I made sure he got everything he needed. And it's like, girl, that's fine and dandy, but it's like, that's not all that a child needs. And she kicked him out. She kicked his ass out with this "I left because you told me to." Yeah, she kicked his ass out for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not really picking it up as to why, but maybe. And no, okay, I just want space. Okay. So the energy surrounding Eminem and his mother growing up, I think she was emotionally absent, emotionally unavailable. And that kind of put a strain on their relationship. And I think he's still holding, those feelings. I don't know why he's so scared to let them go, but she wasn't emotionally there. And I think that kind of set the tone for the rest of their relationship. I think that Eminem growing up, he kind of had to, he kind of probably grew hyper independent very early. Because it's like his mother was kind of wrapped up in her own things, and he felt the need to, like he had to do everything himself, pretty early. And he moved accordingly. That kind of led him to probably not being so open and honest about how he was feeling, not communicating to his mother. And then, typical. Then when he grows up, now all of a sudden she wants to have that sort of relationship with him, and now all of a sudden she wants him to tell him everything. She wants him to tell her everything. But it's like there was no foundation. There was no steady foundation to begin with in order for him to be comfortable. And it's not about me, but I went through I went through the same thing with my mother. It's like when I was growing up, it's like there was no foundation. And then when I started growing up and when I started experiencing life more, around middle school, it's like, well, shit started to hit me. And when I was genuinely starting to grasp the concept of social constructs and having to deal with so many opposing personalities, it's like, yeah, I'm struggling here. And it's like, but you expect me to just outright just be so vulnerable and honest with you, but you didn't set the tone for that growing up. And it's hard for me to just put all of that aside and get comfortable with you in that way. I don't know why, it just is. And I feel like, and I do feel like my mom kind of, maybe kind of internalized that a little bit. And I feel like the same thing with his mother. I don't think that he's 100% sat down and had that conversation with his mother, but she could definitely feel it in his energy and how he moved, when it came to her. And she kind of internalized that a little bit. And so now it's like, when they did have a quarrel, or when they did have, a disagreement, or when they did have to take each other to court, it was very much so, oh, you don't like me? Well, it's fuck you then, right? She was already internalizing it. But it's like, when he kept his distance, she started raging war. She was like, okay, was he lying about, was Eminem lying about his mother having a drug problem? We have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Two of Cups. I don't think so. I mean, you know what, y'all? And then we have the Magician. You know what, y'all? I don't think so. But you know what? I'm also seeing men here. It's men. His mother, I don't want to say she's a pick-me, but she's treading that line. His mother is very male-centered. She valued men over her own son. That's what I'm getting. And I think that the men that she was, dealing with had the drug issues. And because she had this, sort of male-centered energy, is like, oh yeah, 100% I'll take these drugs because, it's weird. Did she have a drug problem? Yes, but it's only when men came around. Ain't that some shit? It's only when men came around. Yeah. And this is a sore topic, right? Because again, we're talking about a pygmisha. We're talking about a male-centered woman. And so whenever he held her accountable, she would get very defensive. And it was hard for her to kind of see what was wrong when it came to, it's kind of hard for her to see, very close-minded, when he would mention her drug problem. Because in her mind, it's like, first off, I didn't do it all the time. Second of all, it was because men were involved. And you're critiquing a male-centered woman. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, child, this is some white trash right here. This is some trailer trash right here. Lord have mercy. Listen, I know he already has a movie, but this needs to be turned into a show. So I don't think 8 Mile kind of captured the remnants. And never mind, let me not say that. Excuse me. And I think he was groomed too. He was groomed. And there may have been some like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. There may have been some he may have like exposed him to like adult films or adult content too really young. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Yes, he was. Moving on. What's his wait. Okay, what's his relationship like with Alaine? What's really his relationship like with Alaine and Stevie? Okay, so we're gonna do Alaine first. What's really Eminem's relationship like with Alaine? I'm sorry for breaking your trust. I may be running, but my soul wants you only. No one is ever going to replace how I feel about you. And I know our souls are intertwined. What about Stevie? I'm aware that there's more of it. I'm not ready to reach out. Memories of you are haunting me. I'm sorry for giving you false hopes. I want to message you, but I'm scared you might reject me. I want to protect you from myself. Okay, so I picked this up when I did that Epstein reading. I think that, okay, I'll start with Alaine first and then I'll get to Stevie. So when it comes to Alaine, I think that, and I could be wrong, y'all, because I know his fan base is sensitive. Listen, I hex trolls, bitch. I hex trolls and I block trolls, bitch. And also, there was this one motherfucker that came under my comment section talking about some delete this. All y'all want to do is clickbait. When I did that reading with him and Epstein, it's funny how I think you left that comment probably a month ago, and guess what? It's still up there. The video is still up there. The way that the stands think that they could come here running shit. Y'all are delusional. Y'all are really delusional. Okay, Elena. I do think that Elena feels like, I do think that Elena wished that she could, be talked about as much as Hallie is. I don't want to, but Eminem is like, I love you guys all the same. I have love for you. I care about you. Same thing with Stevie, right? But we're gonna get to Stevie. But I do think that Elena wishes that, she was kind of publicly revered and respected as much as Hallie is. And there kind of might be some insecurity around not being Eminem's full-bred daughter. I don't know. Maybe some people say things to her online and kind of make her feel bad about her proximity to Eminem. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past anybody, because his fan base is so fucking annoying and so miserable and so rude for no reason. Just grumpy old ass man. And it's you're not Eminem. You're not Eminem. You're not cool. You're not edgy. Go somewhere. Go somewhere. I wouldn't put it past them. And I'm so sorry, Elena. You don't deserve that at all, because you can't help how you were brought up, and you can't help your situation either. So I'm so sorry. But I don't want to say that there's a little bit of friction. I don't feel that. It's I think there's some on her end. There's some internalized, there's kind of some internalized insecurity, and also kind of internalizing people's comments about when it comes to her relationship with her father. When it comes to Stevie, I think there is more friction between him and her, and I picked this up during the Epstein reading. When it came to, and I asked, how did his daughters feel about the whole thing, and Stevie's energy came up as I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I don't think they talk to each other. I don't know why, but I don't think they are really in communication with each other. Some things may have been said, or some things may have not been said. You get what I'm saying? Some sort of reassurance, or I don't know. This is a lot. But I do feel a little tiny bit of friction when it comes to him and Stevie. But it's more so on her end. I think that he's emotionally closed off to any conflict when it comes to Stevie. It's like she picks up the phone. It's they call one another, and he's and she gets the attitude going, or she gets the arguments going. He's okay, call me when you call me when you want to say hi and talk about the weather. call me when you wrote a poem today. Interesting. So what's the energy surrounding him and the past when it came to him in D12? So I watched a clip of him and Sway's interview, and he did mention that he was having conflict with D12, and it was a long time coming. It was a long time coming. As much as they make, songs about joking about Eminem, kind of being the one that people pay attention to when it comes to the public. I knew that sink was gonna crash. That ship was gonna sink. as much as they like to correct what's going on, he didn't say. He didn't say, out of respect, and I'll give him that. We have gossip only hurts. Exactly. Oh, I need to ask any messages from Proof. And I will say, y'all, you know what's so interesting with Eminem is that with his Mercury and Scorpio, when I try to get the like mushy shit out of his energy, there's kind of like a blockage there. Like, I think that he's very much so emotionally closed off from being vulnerable. However, he has no problem with telling me about the fucked up shit that he has experienced, such as what happened with him and his stepfather, how he feels about his mother, the drug thing. It's like, it's weird. It's like, and that can coincide with his Scorpio placement. It's like he has no problem with going dark, but when it comes to being vulnerable in a way that's less dark and more depressing and sad, he's a little bit closed off. His energy is a little bit more closed off to that part of him, which is interesting. What was the energies between Eminem and D12 in the past? Behind the scenes. What was the energy between D12 and Eminem in the past? Two more. Okay. Let me have you, and I feel the same way. I still don't have all the answers. Yeah. I ain't balanced. Okay. I think that okay. Where should I start? There's a lot going on in my head right now. I'm sorry. And I feel like that's how he felt, because I do think that he was starting to get a little uncomfortable in the group. And he wouldn't communicate this though. He would think to himself, he's like, I should just do my own thing. I should just go solo. Like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, it's like, how should I put this? I feel like D12, I feel like after Poof died, shit just kind of went downhill from there. They didn't have as much fun. Shit didn't feel the same. The energy surrounding the group was very somber. And a part of these, somebody was paranoid, like, oh, what if we're next? For some reason, somebody was like, what if somebody else dies next? Because death comes in threes. Death comes in threes. And I mean, somebody is superstitious. Does anybody have anybody in that group? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to them that much. Anybody in that group, do they have I don't know, Louisianan roots or Southern roots, or some sort of I don't know, some sort of Haitian roots? Like, somebody believes in superstitions, and somebody was scared. They're like, death comes in threes. What if we're next? What if I'm next? And so the group, the vibe just wasn't there anymore, and Eminem, kind of felt at a standstill. And then I think because the vibe wasn't there anymore, more conflict started to arise. The group people were just kind of dissatisfied with everything, with each other. I think Proof was the glue when it came to D12. I think that just after his passing, is just everything, just nothing was fun anymore. And they tried to make it fun, but it's just, I guess people just started, getting in their feelings a little bit. And so Eminem was like, you know what, I'm distraught, and so I think I should just find my own way, create what I want to create, and really just kind of venture off. And also, y'all, he wasn't even planning on staying in that group forever. I think a few of them were trying to go solo. I think a few of them. He wasn't trying to stay in that group forever. I think it got to a point where he was, ruminating in his mind. He was like, did I really like bust my ass to get here, and then I can't even shine on my own? I have to stay in the group. Like, he was thinking about leaving, but I guess before Proof died, he didn't really have a reason to. But I do think that conflict did start to arise, and people started throwing slights at him, and they started like, I think at one point physical altercations almost started, like pushing and shoving before it could escalate even further. And yeah, I think that's where I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at him. I'm not laughing, this isn't funny, but it's like, yeah, that's where it got pretty scary for all of them, and was like, you know what, I think we should just go our separate ways. And then Eminem started his rap career by himself. I also feel like when it comes to the media, I think the media was getting in all their heads, and they let it get to them. What about the present? What is Eminem and D-12's energy towards each other in the present? No, I am open to compromise. My life has started when I met you. Please give me time. I have never felt this way before, and I don't want to lose you. And just blah, 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 blah. I think they asked him if he could be on the next album, and Eminem said no. Eminem said no. Or somebody is standing their ground here. I think it'd also be the other group members too. That's kind of standing their ground. But somebody is open to compromise. But a lot of people are standing their ground. A few of them are standing their ground. They're like, somebody needs to apologize. I think somebody is waiting on an apology, and whoever owes whoever an apology is not willing to give it up. They're not willing to apologize. I don't know who it is, but somebody wants an apology. And that was gonna be my next question. Is Eminem gonna be on their new album? I don't think so. And how they feel is, we releasing this album whether we do it with you or without you. And Eminem's just like, okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I love him even more. You wanna know, I love me a man with some conviction, child. I love me a man with some conviction. Now, there's a difference between being stubborn and having conviction. I love me a man with conviction, not stubbornness. I'm just saying, I don't know whose fault it was. I don't know what happened, but somebody owes somebody an apology. Nobody wants to give it, and it's just a bunch of egos, but 12 motherfucking egos going back and forth, bitch. I mean, 11 egos. Excuse me. How does he feel about their new album? How does Eminem feel about D-12's new album? How does Eminem feel about D-12's new album? I need more back. So much. I think he's gonna listen to it. I think he's excited to hear what it's gonna sound like. I think he's gonna listen. And he's like, y'all better fucking slide. Y'all better slide. You know something about Eminem. as much as he don't like them motherfuckers, he'll put the artist, he'll separate the artist from the music. Bitch, he's like, y'all better fucking slide. He's like, I'm not playing. He feels. And for those of you who don't know what you better slide means, it means like the album needs to be good. Like, you better like put your foot in it. How did he feel when he initially found out his mother had passed away? How did he feel? I'm sorry. I feel the same way. I just want space. I want you to choose. And your family won't like me. What about his father? Do you even care? Do you think about me too? Yes. Maybe. And I am manifesting you. And I do miss. He knows where his father is buried, and he I think he visits it. I think he visits his or I don't know if his father was cremated. I think he has his father's ashes. He has somebody's, and or maybe his belongings or something. He has somebody's I think he has his father's belongings or his ashes, or he visits his grave. When it comes to his mother, I mean, when it comes to his mother, I think Eminem is holding a grudge against his mother. He's holding a grudge. When he first initially found out, also with his father, I think how he found out was, I think he was given something, something of his father's. Maybe it was a letter or a ring or a scarf or a handkerchief or something like that. I don't know. I see he was given something, and that's how he found out. Or it was probably just something as simple as a phone call, but I don't see that. It's like somebody visiting him in person and giving him something. Anyways, how he found out, I think it shocked him. It shocked him, but then he processed it, and then he's like, oh well. Oh my god. He was like, I need some time alone. I need to think. How did Hallie feel? I'm curious. How did Hallie feel about her grandma passing away? I think she was more sadder. I think that she wished she knew. I think she wishes she knew her grandmother more. I think she wished she would have spent time with her grandmother more. She wishes she knew her better. But I think she holds more sympathy for her death than he does. And I think that he was transparent, and I think she is aware about how the relationship was. I think that Eminem is very transparent with his kids. I also picked that up too in the last reading, like Jeffrey Epstein, I think it was. I think he's very transparent with his kids, and he told her, what the deal was when it came to her grandmother, and so she can only go based off of mostly what she's heard about her. And I think he told her the good, the bad, and the ugly. I have respect, I think Eminem does genuinely have respect for how his mother raised him. It's not necessarily when it comes to the grudges about how she raised him. It's more so about the fact that she took him to court, and the fact that she kind of turned on her son and failed to take accountability is what really hurts him, and is what causes him to have an issue with her even after death. And so yeah, she can only go based off of what he told her. But I think that he's still holding a grudge. But he was shocked though. Initially he was shocked. I think a part of him knew it was gonna come. I think he prepared himself for the moment where the day came where she wasn't gonna be here anymore. But he was shocked just a little bit. And then he processed what happened, and then he was like, it's almost as if it's like, don't feel sorry, because did she feel sorry when when she tried to dig all in your pockets? What is going on? Yeah, Eminem is hilarious. Eminem is hilarious, man. It's like this is how he talks to himself, y'all. Did she feel sorry? Did she feel sorry when she tried to take me? It kind of makes me feel like Eminem doesn't respect women. Like he actually doesn't like women. Hold on, let me ask. Does Eminem like women? Does Eminem respect women? Excuse me. Does Eminem respect women? The Chris, the Emperor, the Seven of Coins, and the Star. I think he appreciates women for what they could do for a man. I think he appreciates women, but he feels like respect is earned. And he'll sleep with him. He be trolling women, y'all. Well, I mean, if you're a fan of his, that but it's like, even like privately, it's like he be trolling women. It's like he be acting crazy and shit. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. It's like he just be, I don't know. It's like he be like extra weird around women, y'all, sometimes. he be extra weird around women, and it's like it's almost as if it's like a test. It's like it's weird, y'all. This man is weird, funny, but very, y'all. Is he autistic or something? Weird. He's weird around women. Like he'd be like extra quirky, and then but it's a test though. It's like, will you like I don't know how far I could kind of push your limits. Like, will you stick around if I make my head turn and shit like off The Exorcist? Like it's weird. It's so weird. And Moon and Aquarius men are a little weird. They could be a little weird. And I'm not a, never mind. Should I say this? I'm not a professional. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. But I'm not a professional. Okay, so I can't necessarily diagnose anybody. So I don't know. But y'all let me know. Is he autistic? Cause hold on, let me ask. This is alleged. Okay, this is for entertainment purposes only. Is Eminem autistic? Like, is he on the spectrum? The High Priestess, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Is he on the spectrum? I don't think so. It's more so, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He I mean, maybe. But it's like a moderate case, maybe. You see how all these little men are inside of this man's like brain? It's like maybe. I think he just has a lot of mental activity going on, like, and it's hard for him to ground himself. He's not. It's kind of hard for him to be grounded, in a sense. And I guess that could be misinterpreted as being on the spectrum. But yeah, I think it's easy for him to just go all over the place because he hasn't 100% mastered being grounded. What was the genuine energy surrounding him and Mariah Carey? Like, what was the truth back then? What was the genuine energy surrounding him and Mariah Carey? I may be running, but my soul wants you only. I want to be with you, but I'm scared. I don't feel like I deserve you. I don't want to lose you. I'm triggered at the thought of you. Your arms are itching. Y'all, he was upset. Listen, she wasn't lying. He was obsessed with her. Like he was relentless too. Like he was obsessed with her. Like he was off his motherfucking rocker when it comes to her. He was obsessed. Like she wasn't lying. I don't know what was going on, y'all, but he was obsessed. Do you hear me? I know I sound repetitive, but that's how serious it is. Like he was obsessed. It's weird, and he delusional as hell when it came to her. Like y'all don't come for me. I don't give a fuck if you come for me. Like, listen, like I'm a post. I'll read you the filth, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I never cared. I will read you the filth if I feel like responding. And I'm gonna post my my reads because I be reading dirty down, bitch. You hear me? I could read you down to the ground, honey. don't play with me. I will do it. I'll do it because it's almost as if like it got to a point where it's like very delusional. And then when she broke that fantasy, when she broke that delusion, that's when he started raging war. Very obsessed with her looks, with this your eyes are enchanting, very yeah. And I don't think she liked him like that. I think they may have talked. And I don't think she liked him like that. They may have talked, but it never really kind of escalated from like talking. I don't think she slept with him. I don't think she liked him like that. But he would y'all, he was obsessed. He went ham. You hear me? It could have been the drugs, honestly. I don't know. It could have been the drugs, the possession that he would go through. But yeah, he was obsessed. Did him and Mariah Carey sleep together? Did him and Mariah Carey actually sleep together? No, they didn't. No. No. Bitch, they didn't. No. With the Four of Pentacles here, they did not. Well, there you go. Um, what was the energy what's the energy surrounding his next album? What's the energy surrounding Eminem's next album? Wait. You were wrong. One wrong. Yeah, y'all, he gonna talk his shit. Okay, he gonna talk his shit. And also I think there's gonna be some vulnerable songs too on the track. He might even talk about his he might even reference his new girlfriend as well. And but it might be a tone of like, I don't know, kind of taking accountability, like kind of like similar to his track Yellow Brick Road. What else? I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. Similar to his track Yellow Brick Road, like kind of like some songs having a format like that, like him addressing any controversies and, you know, kind of explaining his side, but not in a way like he's too prideful, y'all, but not in a way that's like, oh my god, I surrender. No, it's like acknowledging what's wrong and then responding in a way that's kind of detached and not necessarily surrendering. But that's all you want, is for him to acknowledge something, so he does. To acknowledge something, so he does, right? And yeah, he might be vulnerable, and he might like kind of like his track with Jelly Roll. His last album wasn't really that good. I think after Recovery, I think things started going downhill from there. After Kamikaze and Forward is when it started. I'm sorry, but Music to Be Murdered By was awful. It was awful. And y'all actually like that shit? I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, listen, Unc, just hang it up. Just hang it up. Listen, as much as, just hang it up. It's okay, Unc. But yeah, also, it's going to take some time for him to produce an album. You know what? I will say, with Eminem, regardless of if y'all think his album sounds good or not, he takes his time. I will say, he takes his time, and as long as it sounds good to him, he's going to produce a body of work that he feels like he's proud of. Regardless of if you like it or not. So I will say, I'll give him credit. Is his next album going to be successful? Is Eminem's next album going to be successful? I don't think so. I think he's gonna get attacked. I think that his fans are gonna run it up. I mean, they like anything he puts out. But I mean, he doesn't need another successful album. I'll just tell you that right now. He doesn't need another successful album. It doesn't matter to him. At this point, he's doing it because he enjoys rap. At this point, he could retire tomorrow. He doesn't need a #1 hit. At this point, rap is just recreation for him. Do I think that no, I don't think so. I think that people are going to talk about it for probably like a month, and then they'll forget about it. Will he earn a nice little piece of change from the album? Yes, but I don't think that it's going to compete with his Marshall Mathers LP or Recovery or the Eminem Show. It's not going to compete with those other ones. It's going to be on the lower tier of sales. Any messages from Proof to Eminem to close off the reading? We coming up on an hour. Any messages from Proof? Sorry, not Proof. There's a lot you need to find out about me. I need some time alone now. I regret how I've handled this situation. I don't want to lose you, and I'm trying to understand myself more. I'm sorry for breaking your trust. I'm sorry I lied to you. His hand is on Marshall's shoulder. You know, his hand is on Marshall's shoulder. I think that Proof is not around him 24/7, but I think Proof shows up when Marshall is, feeling kind of distraught. You know what? I think Eminem should try streaming. Like, I think he should stream himself playing video games. And he has a great personality. And I think that, streaming video games will be a good thing to venture off into for him. And also, he could make a lot of money if he hosts his writing classes, y'all. Like, like, I just feel like he should expand a little, expand his brand a little bit. It's like, as much as people tell you to sit down, I mean, it means sit down from rap. That doesn't mean kind of disappear completely. But he might honestly view those ventures as corny. Honestly, I mean, if you would host writing classes, bitch, you'd skyrocket to about 500 million by now when it comes to net worth. Like, host writing classes and or start streaming. Perfect, perfect. And he plays video games. Honestly, you should start streaming. But who am I? When Marshall is distraught, like I said, Proof has his hand on his shoulder. He doesn't show up all the time, just only when he's in his head a lot and contemplating and thinking and ruminating. And Proof applauds Marshall for his self-regulation. I mean, his emotional regulation. I think that when Marshall needs some time, Marshall retreats a lot. He goes quiet a lot. Like, he needs some time alone to recharge. I think he's very introverted in that way. He needs to be alone in order to recharge his social battery. And sometimes that time alone is what keeps him sane. And Proof applauds that. And he kind of misses. He misses him too. And Proof communicates to him through memories as well. I'm gonna end this reading here, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.